Hey everybody, I'm Carrie.
I'm Maddie.
Welcome back to Book Club.
Hi everybody.
Hi everybody.
Welcome back
Welcome
to
back
Book
to Book Club.
I gotta fix my headphones. Today, sorry, my headphones were really overstimulating me. We are doing another because you guys can't get enough.
Another one
of Bookish hot takes. This is our third time doing this, and honestly, I think of all the times we've done it, these are like the hottest hot takes we have.
These are the hottest hot takes.
Like
these are definitely the hottest
we have
hot takes.
some not heavy, but we have some intense thoughts going on right now. There's been a lot happening on Book Talk. We've been thinking about, back on some of our past book series reads and the reactions they get from people and all kinds of things. So we've organized this episode to hopefully make it to where everybody listening or watching avoids spoilers. We have everything sectioned out. Before we talk about each series or like our next topic, we're going to say, this is the series we're talking about. If you haven't read the series or you don't want any spoilers, jump to another section of the video where you can listen to another series that maybe you have read, or whenever we talk about just general book talk stuff or bookish things on the internet. So, shall we start it off? Do you want to start it off, Maddie?
Sure. I think everybody's seen this. This in the past week and a half or so, 2 weeks, give or take, on Book Talk, especially Romantasy Book Talk. Brimstone came out. Quicksilver was all the rage. And a video went viral of a very lovely woman saying, "We all know that Romantasy girlies aren't the brightest sparks."
Not the accent.
And that's exactly what she sounds like. That's exactly what she sounded like. I killed that shit.
What is the account? Name drop. I can't remember. The account's deactivated now.
Yeah, she did deactivate her account. It was like, hold on. Give me 3.5 seconds and I will tell you.
Basically, she's an author. This woman is an author. A full-grown woman, mind you, got on the internet, Book Talk, to, I guess, I don't know if she's promoting one of her books or what, but all she can seem to do is shit on romantasy and romance books, like fantasy series that everyone on Book Talk absolutely loves, and books that many, many women have said, these books changed my life. These books helped me find a community. What was it? Willow Heath.
Her account is not deactivated, but it's Willow Talks Books. The video that she originally posted saying that Romantasy girlies are not the brightest sparks has since been deleted, but she did keep up a really fun video, a really fun think piece. If you're interested in watching it, I'm sure you can find it, where she says that basically all Romantasy girlies have a patriarchy kink.
Yeah, she's saying that basically because she only reads queer romance, that if you read romance series, and she name drops in the original video that got taken down, ACOTAR, Fourth Wing, Quicksilver. Mind you, she's also shitting on Quicksilver, Callie Hart being a new author, or at least a new popular author, a young woman. Like, you as a female author shitting on another female author because you don't think that...
Not very feminist of you.
Like, excuse me? And it truly is. The concept of this woman has gone so far left that she's taken hard conservative route,
a 90-degree angle right.
And now,
like,
I will
not
say,
even just like an obtuse 90-degree. Like, I'm talking hard right.
And I will say she's British. I don't know if in England it's the same type of like terminology of like the left and the right being conservative and liberal, but to explain it even more, she has gone so far, like, I only support women, I'm a feminist. She's gone so far down the quote unquote feminist route that she actually has turned around to hate women the same way that conservative traditional men hate women. Like, she has gone down this narrative of, if you like to read romantasy or romance fantasy or romance in general that is heteronormative or heterosexual relationships, that it is, what did she say? Patriarchy propaganda?
Yeah.
What the hell?
She really honed in on the patriarchy kink thing.
Yeah,
that was
she
Crazy
really
Town
loves that. And it's
USA.
like,
She also said one of the big takeaways from the Quicksilver video that I at least got was when she was saying that in queer romance, that in queer fantasy, that they have personalities and political motivators, and that doesn't happen apparently, according to Miss Willow. That's not a thing in Fourth Wing, ACOTAR, or Quicksilver, or any other heteronormative fantasy, romantasy, which is false. And anybody who's read Fourth Wing or seen an interview with Rebecca Yarros knows that she wrote Fourth Wing. Like, the inspiration of Fourth Wing was the fact that the United States was erasing slavery from history books. And the problem with erasing history is that you can't not repeat, like, you will repeat history if you don't learn from your mistakes. And that was the big motivator in Rebecca Yarros writing Fourth Wing. So to say that, like, there is no political motivation or personality in these characters is so crazy town.
yeah.
It is such an ignorant take.
Well, also too, with things like Throne of Glass and ACOTAR, like, even in ACOTAR, which is the most romance-based fantasy that Sarah J. Maas has written of her 3 series in that universe, there are still so many themes of political corruption and female empowerment. It's like, okay, these are, they're like, Willow went on this whole thing about how she was speaking on Quicksilver, how Sarah Swain, the FMC in that book, starts out the first 100 pages and she's saying that she has, like, real motive and whatever, takes care of herself and has this personality that she maintains throughout the book. So I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. But nonetheless, she goes on to say that as soon as she meets Kingfisher, that all of that's out the window, that she wants Kingfisher to basically, like, she wants to, like, basically be under his boot for the rest of the book. And I'm like, hey, so did you miss the entire plot of when they, like, she, like, gets caught in, there's, like, Quicksilver has a lot of themes of, like, making deals with the Fae and, like, doing things against your will and her not wanting to do that and her wanting to do things her way. Like, she is one of the strongest FMCs of the new romantasy books that have been released. Like, I'm just so confused on where she's getting this narrative. And Maddie made a point when we were talking about it that she sounds exactly like the men who shit on romantasy who've never read them.
She also sounds like same category of men who don't understand dark romance or the appeal to dark romance. And they say, oh, so you want to be SA'd? Like, oh, so you like that? Oh, so you like that? No. And it's weird that you're saying that.
Yep. It's weird that that's where your mind went.
And it's weird that that's your take. And very telling, actually, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah. Very telling.
And here's
about the
thing.
Kind of person that you are.
She
and
goes
the vibe
on
that you're bringing to the function.
She compares a lot of, like, she's basically saying, I don't read books like this because I only read, like, queer romance. And when you're reading a queer romance book, it's like this. And I'm like, great. We love the gays. We love them. Think they're great. But there's also nothing wrong with heteronormative relationships either. Where it becomes an issue is when, no matter what relationship you're in, you turn around and you just, all of the hate gets just targeted at women. Where the hell does that come from?
Like, no, literally.
It's like there are people who are like you're so on one end of things, like you're so liberal or you're so conservative that it all roads lead to hating women. And the whole point of feminism is to not tell women what makes them strong and competent. If there is a woman who, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to be a trad wife. There's no part of me that wants to be a trad wife. But if you are a woman who grows up and you want to be a stay-at-home mom and you want to take care of your house and you want to cook and clean and take care of your kids and you want a bunch of kids, if you have a husband who loves and supports you and funds that lifestyle for you in like a traditional, like he works and you stay home manner, that's totally fucking fine.
Literally, the whole fucking point is that we have the option to choose. The problem is when you're telling people, oh, you can't do that because that's not feminist enough. It's the exact same energy as, oh, well, you can't not have kids because that's not feminine enough.
Yeah.
No, the whole point, the whole fucking reason behind feminism is that women have the ability to choose what kind of lifestyle that they want to have. It also gives the same energy of when like men are real shit and like you'll see a woman and a man in a relationship and like he's doing some fucked up shit, like, I don't know, cheating on her. And then, well, you'll be talking about it in a public setting and they're like, well, she did stay with him. Oh, and somehow now it's her fault that her husband cheated on her. What?
Yeah.
Like, you guys just hate women so fucking much, and it is so obvious and apparent in every single internet discourse that like erupts every 6 months or so.
And I think at the end of the day, the biggest thing, and this is what Maddie and I have always loved and tried to focus on when it comes to book content or book talk, Bookstagram, Booktube, everything, is that these romance books have created this community and sense of empowerment for women, by women, that is like
women.
Yes, that is like supposed to be so uplifting and empowering. And then for other women to come in and say, well, yes, but here's like the restrictions on if you read these books, you can only read these books, because if you read these other books, then that actually makes you not a feminist, and it means that you love the patriarchy and that you're waving the big old banner that says I love the patriarchy and I want men to be mean to me. Hey girl,
No.
so
Let's go outside. I'll hold your hand while we do this. Let's go outside and touch some grass, and then I'm gonna shove your head so far into the dirt like a fucking ostrich. Like, y'all are like, it just pisses me off so bad. Let women live.
Yes, let them live, and nothing is wrong with these books. Like, there are plenty of authors out there who write crazy whack ass shit, and it's none of the authors that this woman listed. I'll tell you that right now.
No, literally.
Go read your Ice Bear Barbarians, whatever that is.
Ice Planet Barbarians.
Ice Planet
And
Barbarians.
you know, if you like Ice Planet Barbarians, to each their fucking own.
Yes, that's
but
the
like,
whole point.
I'm sorry, I'm just not going to take criticism from people who read male authors who like the entire plot is just hating women.
And
I don't care.
also some regular fuck ass guy just saving the day. He's just some regular dude.
He's
I don't
just
buy it.
some fucking dude.
I don't buy it.
Just some guy.
And mind you, all of this came about because Book Talk didn't like the book that this author liked. And so she threw a tantrum on the internet.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yes, she was basically holding up a book and was like, I love this book, and the reason that other people aren't liking this book is because basically it doesn't have whatever type of propaganda she's talking about. I don't know. It all started because she read a book that Book Talk did not like, or didn't get praised enough as she thought it should have. So she threw a hissy fit as a grown woman. I think we all need to do some fucking self-help. Look inward, okay?
I bet
Look
she
inward.
likes Credence.
I bet she does like Credence. Whatever.
And if you like Credence, that's okay. Whatever.
That's okay.
You guys are allowed.
Because
like,
you're not
that's
you're
the
not
whole
out there
point, is that you're
shitting
allowed
on
to
women.
like things.
Yeah, you don't have to like
Like-
the same things as everybody else. That was, I guess, technically that wasn't even a hot
I
take.
will shit on a book, but I'm not shitting on the person who reads the book or who enjoys the book.
Or who wrote it. Like, unless you are
Right.
an author who is like severely done
Well,
some fucked up shit, I will.
Unless it was Stephen King. We did kind of shit on Stephen King.
We did shit on Stephen King because he wrote some fucked up shit.
But we don't do that to female authors.
We're
for
not
the
doing that to
majority
women.
Of...
We've never said that this podcast was a safe place for men.
Oh yeah, it's not. Had your kids, had your husbands. They're not safe from the likes of us. They're not safe from the likes of Carrie.
They're not safe from the likes of us. Okay? Get a
It's not
grip.
a safe space for men, but
Technically,
if you're a woman,
I guess
like a woman could do anything, and I'm saying okay,
except for this
it's
woman.
fine. Except for Willow.
This podcast is a safe space for women supporting other women and enjoying romantasy and having a good time. If you get your kicks off of throwing tantrums on the internet and shitting on women, not a safe space for you. Sorry, babe.
Don't like it.
Not
like
here
it, and I
for
won't
it.
allow it.
I technically hope that's not a hot take, because if anybody listening disagrees with us, girl,
What are you doing here?
get a grip.
Who let you in?
Yeah.
Why would a man be there?
Why would a man be there? If
Which
you are a
kind
man
of
who listens
segues
to
us
this,
into.
yeah,
Oh,
it does.
if you're a man who
if you're a
listens to
man
this,
who
are
listens to this
1.5%.
The odds are that truly, if you listen to us on a regular basis, you might also probably be one of the girls, gays, or theys. Welcome to
And
the
you're
club.
probably chill as fuck. Welcome
probably chill as
to the
fuck.
club, baby.
And you can probably use your frontal lobe whenever we say that men ain't shit, and know that you might not be shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. Again, that does segue us into our next hot take. And now this one is maybe not as straightforward. Other people might not necessarily agree with this one, but I do.
Even on first glance last night when Carrie and I were outlining this episode, I said, I don't know that I agree with that. And then Carrie explained herself, so let her cook for a fucking second. Give her about 45 seconds.
We're going to talk about ACOTAR. Specifically, we will talk about FMCs from Throne of Glass and Crescent City, but like for the most part, we're talking about ACOTAR here. So if you have not read ACOTAR and you don't want spoilers, jump on to the next section where we will be talking about Fourth Wing. So basically, my hot take with this one was that ACOTAR specifically in the Massverse gets shit on, and recently has been getting shit on more often than not, or like had jokes make fun of, whatever. And I think it's because it is the most romance based of the three. And I can understand how, it doesn't have necessarily the same impact as Throne of Glass might have. However, I do think that it catches a lot of fucking strays just because it is romance based. And I think a lot of it is subconscious ingrained misogyny. Hear me out. I think that because it is romance based, people almost when they do their fanon stuff or they're making content that's like not necessarily verbatim what happened in the books, or they're talking about the characters, it goes along with a lot of the Rhysand hate, is that it was like, oh, like he gets this he's controlling Feyre. And I'm like, hey, guys, did we read the same book? Because just because they are like, yes, I get the jokes of like Feyre and Rhys being like so lovey-dovey, like they are doing PDA in public type of couple. They are posting about how they are twin flames and they're very dramatic, and I eat it up, okay? I think the jokes are funny, but I eat it up. And that's not to say that Feyre is not an extremely strong FMC. And then as Maddie and I were talking about it last night, and I was like, think about it this way. Nesta is, again, in the ACOTAR series, gets so much shit. And we've talked about this before. Nesta gets a lot of shit for being kind of like hard and mean, and she has to have this whole arc where she stops being kind of a shithead. And she gets so much shit for that, but Aelin in Throne of Glass doesn't get shit like that. And as
Aelin is just loved.
Aelin is just
by
loved.
Everybody.
No, I've never seen anybody shit on Aelin. And we just started Crescent City, but I don't think Bryce gets any of that. And
I think Bryce gets some of it. I think we're just not really in the Crescent City because I see Bree post about how Bryce gets shit on as well.
Okay, fair enough. But with
Aelin, I don't think
anyways,
anybody gets shit on the amount that Nesta
does. And I think it is because
and even
that
hot
series
take here, even Elaine gets massively shat on.
Yeah, and whenever we were talking about it last night, I was like, Throne of Glass is a finished series. ACOTAR is not. So it's like, yes, there are parts of Elaine that I'm like, fuck, Elaine's annoying as shit. Or Nesta has still some growth to do. Or there's some issues between Feyre and Rhys. And I'm like, okay, yes, but imagine if you're reading Throne of Glass and you stopped at, I don't know, Queen of Shadows, Heir of Fire. Like, Heir of Fire is Aelin's story arc, but we still don't get a whole lot of Rowan's redeeming arcs. We don't get a lot of Lysandras or Elides or Manons. Like, there's so many female characters that we just kind of get left on. If we stopped at what was the third one, Crown of Midnight, you would literally think that Aelin was the most annoying bitch on the planet and that she's chasing after 2 regular fuck ass guys. But it's because it's a finished series, and Kingdom of Ash really rounds everything together, that you're like, oh no, I love this character, I love these characters, everything has a reason, everything has a purpose. And it's like, okay, yeah. So with ACOTAR, just because it is romance heavy, having romance, being in love, is not a sign of weakness. And I think Sarah J. Maas would go to her grave saying that.
Yeah.
But ACOTAR still gets a lot of shit where they're like, oh, Rhys is controlling and Cassian is just like a himbo who doesn't listen and blah, blah, blah. But everybody loves Azriel.
It's fun to poke fun at characters. It's fun to like hee hee ha ha about characters if you're like, but like when you're just genuinely fucking shitting on them, it's like,
Yeah, and it's like, it gets to a certain point where I'm like, hey guys, are we making jokes because we're all in on the joke and it's fun and funny? Or are you making jokes at the people who this is their favorite series and now it's so basic and it's so plain and it's the most popular series that it actually doesn't even match up to all the other series? And it's like, I think you've lost the plot.
Yeah.
I think you've lost the plot, and the fact that there's not supposed to be this competition between like, oh, well, I love Throne of Glass because the romance is great, but the fantasy is really there. And it's like, okay, great. But sometimes it feels like people are trying to like almost convince you that's like, no, this is good. I love it because of the fantasy. I think the romance is great, but I love it because of the fantasy. Girl, I love it because of the romance. I love when there's romance. And that is not... I loved ACOTAR because it was so romance heavy and had fantasy. I also loved Throne of Glass for many, many, many different reasons. And I was waiting for those romance scenes. And there's like nothing wrong with that. But sometimes it veers a little like, hey girl, is this a competition? Are we fighting? Like, what's going on? This like feminine competitiveness comes out, and I'm like, guys,
let's just enjoy what we enjoy.
Let's enjoy what we enjoy, because that female competition is ingrained misogyny. Like, we don't have to compete with each other. It's
you
really
can like
unnecessary.
What you like. Yeah. And my hot take about this is a Kingdom of Ash spoiler, and I don't even remember what fucking book this happens in. So just end of ACOTAR.
Wings in
Ruin.
Silver
Flames.
Wings in Ruin.
Wings in Ruin. So if you haven't read either of those, don't listen to this. This is my biggest hot take with SJM, I think. I fucking hate Amren. She's the worst character, and she's worse. Okay. Maybe she's not worse than Amarantha, but I do hate that bitch. I hate her, and she should have stayed dead. Why is Gavriel dead? Why did Gavriel die? And Amren got brought back for no reason. She adds nothing to the story. She's just a bitch to everybody. She has no redeeming qualities. What about Amren's character is good?
She gets turned Fae and then just spends the rest of Silver Flames being an absolute dick to Nesta. But she doesn't get all the Nesta hate, though. People still love her, but then they shit on Nesta, and it's like, hey guys, they're both being shitheads in that book.
No, literally.
And I think it's ridiculous. And that also reminded me too of Rhys gets a lot of hate now for, like, I don't know, people saying that he's like controlling or whatever, and like, yes, he definitely made some mistakes here and there. But guys, you know who never gets any hate? Rowan. And I say this as somebody who loves Rowan in Throne of Glass. He decks Aelin. He hits her. Everybody, like, he gets this thing where he's like just this loving, sweet guy. Yeah, after he goes full 1950s hit my wife.
Literally.
Like, he literally just punches her, and everybody's like, oh my God, Rowan. And I am also like, oh my God, Rowan. But I also love Rhys. So it's like, hey, yeah, Rhys maybe kept some secrets here and there, but he's never hit her. Come on, guys. Y'all are doing some crazy double standards. And the only difference I can find between the series is that one is romance heavy and one is not.
Yeah.
And I don't see nearly as many people shitting on Adian as they should.
Oh my God. No, Adian does not get enough hate.
I'm pretty sure we talked about that in the last Hot Takes episode. That Adian, guys, be real.
Bro, and then like people, this happened on one of our posts. Guess who, you won't be surprised, a man commented and was like, well, Lysandra lied to him, so he called her a whore in front of the entire army. I don't really think that that's justified. Like the mental gymnastics you guys are fucking doing to support Adian. If I could trade Gavriel for Adian, bitch, I would. In a heartbeat.
Nope,
I like Adian. I liked Adian. Like by the end, like I think he should have groveled a little bit more. But still, more. I would have taken Gavriel over Adian any day. And I think Amryn should die.
Well, yeah. I do think that at least in ACOTAR, Sarah J. Maas doesn't love to kill characters off. Which is crazy because she did it in Throne of Glass.
Literally.
But whatever. Those are our ACOTAR
Let's move
hot
to
takes.
fourth
Mind
wing.
you, these are all books that we love and characters that we love.
We love them.
The whole point is that Maddie and I can take jokes. We love the jokes. But what we can't take is when people have these crazy double standards.
Yeah.
Now, on to fourth wing. I'm sure most of us saw Rebecca Yarros did a I don't know if it was like an interview or if it was like part of her book tour. I'm not really sure why she was on this stage. But she was on a stage being interviewed. I want to say by the Fantasy Fangirls podcast. I think it was by a book podcast. And Rebecca Yarros basically said that this next book was to get ready for Xaden's villain arc. And listen, I love Fourth Wing. But I'm a little afraid for this fourth book to come out. I fear I have not been totally on board, like 1000% on board with Xaden since the first book. So him having a villain arc, I'm a little afraid that he might not be redeemable. You know what I mean?
Oh, that is a hot take.
I mean, I trust Rebecca Yarros.
I don't really have any fourth wing hot takes, so
I do have fears about Bodhi. I feel like Bodhi's definitely
don't talk about my baby like that. Don't talk about my baby like that. Bodhi. No. I love Bodhi.
This is kind of a short hot take because we don't have a ton of information on it, but I am just a little scared that like it's gonna get too crazy. Like there's going to be like, you know, like too many things happening on top of a villain arc, and I'm not I don't personally love the way Violet handles situations most of the time. I think she is the crash out queen. And it's always like she freaks out and she starts yelling, and then she's like, fuck, I'm sorry guys, I did freak out and I started yelling. And everybody's like, hey, could you compose yourself? Like, maybe talk to your friends. Talk to Rhiannon. That girl always has a good head on her shoulders.
Yeah. Violet needs some more Rhiannon in her life. That's for fucking sure.
I agree.
On the note of getting absolutely too fucking crazy, this is my hot take, and we're moving on to a different series, Shatter Me.
Specifically the first series, the main series.
First trilogy versus the second trilogy. So it's 6 total books, but the first trilogy was kind of like its own little thing. And the last 3 books, I think what's the fourth one? Restore Me. I really thought it was Defy Me and then Restore Me. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The fourth one ends with 17-year-old Juliet and 19-year-old Aaron Warner getting engaged. And that just pissed me off to no end. And I think we've talked about this before. But the last 3 books were so lackluster and just all over the fucking place. We never really got a resolved, like, Emmeline thing. Like, that was never really fully resolved.
Or fully
explained,
I feel like.
Or fully explained. Yeah, it was just such an insane, like, ending of a series. And, like, I don't care. They fall in love in every, like, no matter what, they fall in love over and over and over and over. Okay, I get it, but I just don't understand why that justifies a 17-year-old getting married. And then, like, the final, like, the 6th book is just like, and then they got married and Juliet's, like, famous now and there's paparazzi.
Yeah, like the 2-week epilogue. Hey, your dystopian your dystopian
Suddenly
government
she's
just
in
fell.
Hollywood.
What's happening? Where do you live now?
Literally. Like, the last 3 books, just like the first 3 were amazing. I love Aaron Warner. He is genuinely one of my top book boyfriends. I love Aaron Warner.
I also love Kenji. I love a lot of the side characters. I just wish they were more rounded out. And I do know that there's a lot of spin-offs, but personally, when it's like
have a desire to read them.
I don't have a desire to read them. And I think that if you can't satisfy the story in your original set books, then why would anybody want to read the spin-offs?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just didn't care for the final 3. So I have I trust Rebecca Yarros, but when you say you worry about the ending getting a little too crazy, I imagine, like, it's gonna spin off and go crazy and have 1,800 different branches the way that Shatter Me did.
Yeah. I mean, and it could end up being something like this isn't like a Throne of Glass spoiler or anything, but back to Queen of Shadows, when it goes, that one I feel like does kind of get all over the place because you're getting so many different points of views. You get a lot of perspectives in that book, and it kind of jumps around to like this story here and this story here, and then it rounds it all together. But I think that's kind of the thing, is like it did that in Shatter Me and it never got rounded off enough. I think it's really hard to make all of the ends meet.
Especially if you're trying to keep a book under like 400 pages. Like Kingdom of Ash was literally damn near 1,000 pages. So like, yeah, it made sense that so much fucking happened and so much was finally, like, the storylines were finally closed with that. But it feels like when we're trying to keep the book, I don't know why we're trying to keep books under 500 pages. I will gladly read a fantasy book or dystopian book. Like, I will read 1,000 pages if you put it in front of me.
We just started Crescent City. The first book is 800 pages.
Literally. Like,
Sarah J. Maas is not holding back her words.
No, and I thank you. Use more words. I don't care, as long as the damn story gets rounded out and makes a little bit of fucking sense.
No, literally, because
I don't
think
care
we
how
can
many
all
fucking
agree
words or pages it is.
Halfway through Onyx Storm, we were all a little bit like, "Hey, Rebecca, we're on the train with you, but who is this guy?
Who's the conductor? Does anybody know who's steering this train?"
And we're all happily, blindly following. But there are moments where we're like, "Hey, Rebecca, what's going on, girl? We're here with you. Here? We're supporting you, but can you give me a hint?"
Yeah.
Now that does.
I do trust Rebecca.
I trust Rebecca with my life. The thing that I don't trust, and this leads us into our next point. We're done talking about book series now, so there should not be any more spoilers from this point on. Speaking of Rebecca Yarros, she dropped a Rebecca Yarros merch shop, and this is hot takes generally just about bookish merch but her shop is an anomaly in itself. It hurts me to think about. It's like, so I can't even say it's millennial coded because it's not. It's like,
no, it's 2009.
Yeah.
If you went into an 11-year-old's bedroom and, like, you know how like lime green was the thing,
and hot pink, lime green and hot pink combo.
Me personally, it was just hot pink, but like there were a lot of girls who loved the lime green, hot pink plus zebra
print. if you haven't been to the Rebecca Yarros shop, it's like what is that brand? Gilded?
I have beef with anybody who is selling merch and using a Gildan fucking t-shirt. Fuck you. We're not even using comfort colors. We're
talking Hobby Lobby products.
Can you spend the extra $2-3 and get a comfort colors t-shirt? And perhaps maybe instead of hot stamping it on the shirt, let's look into something. I don't make t-shirts. Fucking clearly. I'm not a fashion designer. I'm not trying to hate here. But when I wash the shirt and then immediately the words are crinkled, don't piss me off.
Yep. Somebody who does it very well, Bookishly Brit. No, not Bookishly Brit. Sorry. Brie.
Bookish Brie.
There's a lot of B names. Bookish
also,
Brie.
But follow Bookishly Brit because
follow Bookishly Brit because we love her too. Brie's shop, she does it very well. A lot of her stuff is embroidered, and the prices are not astronomical.
Normal.
Because hey guys, look around. Look at the products that you're making. Okay, we're all trying to get a bag. I get it, but be so for real. These
also
crew necks and hoodies
are cute.
They're cute and they're creative, and they have seasonal drops. And you can tell she's putting a lot of effort into them. They're really cute. With Rebecca Yarros' shop, it almost feels like she sold the merch rights to big brands, big companies. Sarah J. Maas did the same thing, and I really, really wish she hadn't done that. But these crew necks and hoodies and stuff that she's selling, it's everything has the same design.
$50-$60.
They're all $50 to $60. They're not high quality sweatshirts.
A heat stamped sweatshirt.
Yes, and they're not even different.
Gildan sweatshirt.
They are, if you haven't seen them, it's the 7 or not 7, 5, I don't know, how many dragons types there are, and outlines of them, and then the inside of them is zebra print. There's one that says not all strength is physical, and it's literally just straight text. It's not even a fun font. It's
just
for real.
Something that you could find on Canva.
Comic Sans. Just
not
right
Comic
on the
Sans
shirt. It's not Comic Sans, but that's the vibe it's giving.
It's giving whenever you would look over in history class and you'd see the popular girl with the 18 fucking Sharpies and 25 highlighters, and she's really neatly writing out her notes. It's her handwriting.
Yep.
That's exactly what the damn ass sweatshirt looks like.
Yep. And it's just when you have an audience, Sarah J. Maas did this, there was other brands that had Sarah J. Maas licensed things. They were allowed to sell products with ACOTAR and Throne of Glass, whatever, Maasverse names and stuff on it. And then she sold the rights to Barnes and Noble or something.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. She sold the rights
a mass production
to a mass
place.
productive company, and now only that company can make licensed Sarah J. Maas merch. And I'm girl,
it's just it's annoying because we're corporate greed.
Corporate greed.
But we're feeding into corporate greed while there are so many small artists. I will pay a decent chunk for a good quality, human created art. A company that we both really love is Wonderwick, who creates perfumes, colognes, candles, all inspired by like book characters. I'll pay $40 for a fucking candle because I know it's quality, and B, I know it's created by humans, and I can it's like a smaller business. Like I can appreciate that. I'd rather pay $40, $50, $60 for a small artist than $60 for a fucking Gildan t-shirt that was created in masses.
Yeah, unfortunately, if I had like a Cricut machine, the thing that cuts out the vinyl stickers, if I can make the Rebecca Yarros shop sweatshirts at home for, I don't know, $20 max, I don't see why they're being sold for $60, not including tax and shipping. In this economy, girl, You're lucky
No,
if people
read
are
the
buying the
room.
hardcover books. Like,
No, literally.
I understand that, like, women are the top consumers. That is why there are things like the pink tax and things that are targeted for women, because women are the ones buying things. But when you have fan bases like that are so
Loyal.
wholesome and they are so like rooted in female empowerment and like it's by women for women, like stuff like that, and it's like it seems at a certain point, when does it become like, oh, this is fun and we're supporting everybody and we get to enjoy these authors and be fans of these authors, and turn to exploiting, knowing that
I said
because this is like a big famous series that people are gonna buy your whack ass merch.
Last night when we were talking about this, I said a little bit of a hot take. This is Taylor Swift's fault. I'm gonna release 18 different vinyls for the same fuck ass album. Why? Are we
Mind
reading
you,
the fucking room at all?
I would take a bullet for Taylor Swift. I love her.
I
and
love Taylor Swift.
Personally, I could be wrong. I choose to believe that she's not got her hands and toes deep in the merch side of things.
Right. But
Except
whoever is involved in her team and is making the executive like, hey, let's
make
18
70
different
vinyls of the same
25
record.
different CDs. Who the fuck is buying CDs anymore in the year of our Lord 2025? What? Like, nobody's buying a fucking CD.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing when mini vinyls that just like dropped recently. It's the size of a CD and it's a vinyl. Get the fuck out of my face. What is
What
this?
the hell?
Like, I love consuming. I love buying things.
Yeah, I love shopping.
Consumption. But at sometimes I'm like, what is this?
Well, it's
What
the
are we
same thing
doing?
too. When the Eras tour first started, people were getting merch and washing it one time, and then the quality was so low. They're also using mass production companies in like third world countries, exploiting those people too, and it's low quality because they're getting it for cheap. And it's like, okay, guys, there's
and
a
then
reason
you're
getting
like,
it for cheap, and then you're
buying
selling it for $70.
$70. My mom bought a like Black Eras Tour hoodie. Washed it once. The design was completely fucking gone, and now it just looks like she has a black Gildan hoodie.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
And
nothing on it, and it was $70 for a hoodie.
I think specifically in like the book niche too, when it's like these are a lot of like small authors, like Hannah Nicole Mayer, the woman who wrote the assistant to the villain series. She has a lot of merch that I've seen in Barnes and Noble, and it is all really cute stuff. But even then, she's a smaller author, and there are still like. It was like a pack. It was like a keychain, had some stickers in it or something, and it was like had like maybe some sticky notes. I don't know, tiny little thing, $25 or $30 for that. I'm like, hey, I could go and buy an entire hardcover book for that price. Like,
That's crazy.
and it's Barnes & Noble doing stuff like that. Like, I know that Barnes & Noble is basically the only bookstore that's standing in between Amazon running all of the book sales. But like, guys, when you can, hit up those small shops. There is a romance bookstore in DFW area called Blush that I am obsessed with, and
There's also one in Utah.
A lot of
in
the
Salt Lake
little
City.
like items that they sell, they're not like
Trinkets.
Blush branded, but like trinkets. It's from like smaller
artists,
smaller brands. So it's like, yes, occasionally, in the store the prices might be a little bit higher, but they're nice quality things. They're not like, oh, something you can make on your Cricut at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that it is very easy, and I think this is something women will deal with for eons and eons. It's very easy to see what women enjoy and find ways to
make a profit off
of it. Because yeah, I will give you my money. I'll love to spend. I'll love it.
Oh, no, literally, I'm a consumption queen. I do love.
But I've got a frontal lobe, and I won't be buying shit that is circa 2009 and the quality of a rat in a back alleyway. Fuck off.
Period.
I don't know.
Period.
We're already at 45 minutes. We technically have one more. Should we touch on it really quick and then wrap it up, or should we wrap it up?
We should just wrap it up.
All right, we'll save it for the next one because we're gonna have more hot takes eventually.
You know we're gonna have more. You know we're gonna have more.
You know we're gonna have more. Overall, though,
we always have more.
We love book talk and we love all these books and we love all these book
and
girlies.
we love this community
and we love it. So if you see people out there being bitches and hoes, you have our permission to call them bitches and hoes.
Don't let them be bitches and hoes.
Yeah.
Bitches
Don't
and
let
hoes,
them yuck your
hoes,
yums.
hoes.
All right.
Bitches, hoes. Bitches and hoes
to
don't
support
exist
you,
because the
girl,
hoes no bo's a feminist.
We're here to support you. We're going to do it.
And
So,
Bo Burnham.
Yes, and Bo Burnham also. Because we will support women's rights and wrongs. Unless you hate women, and then we don't like you.
And then not so much. I don't know you.
Anyways, thanks for watching Book Club, guys. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and on TikTok. Join our book club on Fable. We just started reading Crescent City, so you can read along with us. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving if you're in the States. And we will see you at the Christmas times.
See you in Christmas time.
See you in the Christmas month.